And we are live. Hey folks, Andy here with In South Florida and Mario Quintero at the One Stop. What?
Yeah, moving a little bit.
Moving? We're live, folks. The One Stop Shop, the happy hour with Mario Quintero. And wow, is it Friday yet? We were just talking. Welcome, Gail. Welcome, Vanessa. Welcome, Teresa. I want to welcome everybody who's coming on the broadcast. As always, welcome, Michael. We're dual streaming here as we do the dynamic duo streamers. Welcome, Brandon. So, Mario, is it Friday yet?
We're almost there. We're almost there. This is one of those weeks where you just can't wait for Friday to come.
I gotta tell you, man, this is like my 5th video today. We just came out of a GKBA luncheon, very stressful, but very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Over 130 people there.
That was a great luncheon.
And you know, you're facing turbulences, and of course you're able to handle them like a master because you're the pilot. You're the mortgage and real estate pilot. So when the airplane ordeal is going down, you get behind the controls and
yeah,
and you save the flight.
We're working on it.
So I've noticed. Look at Michael. I've noticed that one of the things constant out in your business is change, and we've talked about that before. And today's topic, we want to focus on the changes to reverse mortgages.
Yeah,
Something very crucial and very important that maybe people are not aware of.
most people aren't. And the first big change that occurred was January 1st of this year, where HUD announced some changes in what they call the principal limit factors, which is the amount of benefit that a senior can secure, especially in higher priced homes. So prior to January 1st, the principal limit factor was $679,650. That was the maximum loan amount that someone can secure. And what they did January 1st, they increased it to $726,525. So that 47,000 more or less increase is now permitting some people with homes that are over 700,000 to be able to qualify for a reverse mortgage or secure additional funds from a reverse mortgage. We started a refinance back in November that kind of stalled during the holidays because of specific reasons to the borrower, and they were only going to get back $40,000 from a refinance of a reverse mortgage that we did back in 2008. As a result of the change, now they're going to get $80,000.
That's a big difference.
It's a real big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Mario, I know that we've covered this in prior videos and live streams, but for the benefit of anybody watching us for the first time or hearing about the one-stop shop, a happy hour, can you just real quickly define a reverse mortgage?
Sure. Reverse mortgage is for people that are at least a minimum of 62 years of age or older. And if it's a couple, one of the two people have to be 62. One of them can be under 62, but the age is 62 years old. And basically, we take a look at the value of the home, if they owe money on a mortgage. And the key here is to either eliminate the current mortgage that they have and secure some additional equity, or if they don't have a mortgage, then they can use that equity in different ways, in a lump sum, in a line of credit, or a monthly payout.
So a question that begs to be asked: do all properties qualify, or is, are there some that do, some that don't?
So the ones that currently, under current guidelines, qualify the best are the single-family home, the townhouse, the duplex, the triplex, and the fourplex. Condos will qualify under certain situations that if the association is FHA approved, then they will qualify under the standard reverse mortgage. We're going to talk a little bit about after this the new products for condos, which
Right.
are called portfolio products, which have been introduced over the last part of last year.
Okay.
They're still tweaking those products. It's not an FHA product, it's a proprietary portfolio product. So we're going to talk a little bit about those.
We had a question from one of our viewers asking what's going to happen to the mortgage rates in the next 12 months.
Wow, if I had that answer, I'd be. Well, right now they seem to be pretty steady. However, the Fed continues to signal that there'll probably be at least 2 increases during 2019. For the time being, everything looks pretty good. It may not happen for a few months, but the Fed meets once a month, and once a month they make a decision based on inflation, on the job market, on multiple factors. And then they decide month to month whether they're going to increase the rate or not. So no one has a crystal ball. No one knows from month to month what's going to happen until they make their official monthly announcement.
So even though we're dealing with the mind of Quintero, that still is
No, that's a no. No clue.
That is a no. That is a no, folks. For those of you just watching or tuning in, my name is Andy within South Florida, and we're here with Mario Quintero, the one-stop shop happy hour, coming to you live every Thursday at 4 o'clock. We had a couple of questions on the chat. We encourage you to ask questions related to reverse mortgages and condos, and Mario will either answer them live right here, or he will answer them on the replay if you're watching us on the replay. I want to thank everybody that's watching and tuning in. We have a lot of individuals watching. If you want to share this, if you know somebody that's thinking or talking about a reverse mortgage, this is valuable information that you can share with them. And of course, they can contact you at any time.
Yes.
So you touched upon briefly, what is the new product for condos?
So the new portfolio proprietary product for a condo that they're still tweaking. There's several of our national lenders that have come out with this product over the last 4 to 5 months. Is that if you live in a condo and the value of the condo is at least $400,000, and you're going to take out at least 50% of that, you're going to take out at least 50% of the equity. Mm-hmm. Okay, so $400,000, you're going to take out $200,000. That condo could potentially qualify for the proprietary reverse mortgage as long as the HOA completes what they call a condo affidavit or a condo questionnaire, answering about 10 to 13 questions, and based on the responses of that association, specific questions like, is the association under litigation? Do they have certain types of reserves? What's their financial outlook like? I mean, they're very specific, but if those questions are answered satisfactorily by the association, then the client can go ahead and move forward with this non-FHA reverse mortgage.
Do the questions vary by association, or the questions, are they the same across the board?
The questions vary by lender. So each lender has a different set of questions that they want to find out from the association to see if they're willing to move forward and fund the loan there.
So it's not something that a condo owner can just go down to the association office and say, I want to do a reverse mortgage. They better speak to somebody that's qualified.
Well, the association doesn't do mortgages. However, they can be instrumental in properly answering that affidavit. Because the lender's going to go by whatever they write there.
So we have another question from one of our viewers. Can you use a reverse mortgage to purchase a home?
Yes, that's one of the topics for today. And a lot of people don't know that you can use a reverse mortgage.
Wow.
For a single family, townhouse, for multifamily up to a fourplex. Okay. And just to have an idea of the numbers, you take the value or the purchase of the unit that you're going to buy, and figure about 50% down, and the rest of the money, the rest of the other 50% will be the amount financed on a reverse mortgage. And then basically the owner's responsibility will be to pay for the taxes and in the insurance of that property. There will not be any mortgage payments.
Say hello to Fernando. Fernando, he appeared in one of our videos there.
Yeah, that's right. The termite guy.
AKA Moondog, right?
The guy with the license to kill.
Did I get that right? Hey, Fernando. Welcome to the broadcast. You're live on the Mind of Quintero show. You know, Mario, maybe one of these shows we'll actually go ahead and bring these people on camera and we'll do a multicast.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do. I think you do. But more on that later. We have to keep you guys in suspense. Can you refinance a reverse mortgage?
Yes, actually, we're doing that right now. One of our real estate attorney partners, Anderson Castro, referred one of his clients that we did a reverse mortgage for in 2008, and we're currently doing the refinance. We just ordered the appraisal today, and that's the family that instead of getting $40,000 is going to be eligible to get $80,000 because of the change.
That's nice. That's very nice. Mario, you know, we've met here many times in your comfortable Miami Kendall office here. Are you limited to the Kendall area, or what areas of Florida are you involved with?
We are licensed in the state of Florida.
All of Florida.
All of Florida. Okay. And we fund loans throughout the state of Florida.
Right.
We have clients all over the state, from Orlando to Jacksonville to Port St. Lucie, Daytona Beach. We've gone as far up as Tarpon Springs, Tampa, Marco Island, Naples, and everything in between. Okay, so as far as the mortgage business, we can do a reverse mortgage, we could do a conventional, an FHA, a VA, all types of mortgages that we do here in Miami, we could do them throughout the state of Florida.
Fantastic. You know, I know that the topic reverse mortgages sometimes is a difficult topic to for kids to hear about from their parents, because there's a lot of misconception out there. You know, you're giving the house back, you're doing this, you're doing that. You know, it's a very confusing topic, and then you add in people doing searches in Google and the media. And I have a friend that did this, I have a friend that did that. And I can tell you from experience, because my mom, you know, my mom has talked to me about reverse mortgage. And before I started working with you, my first reaction was, no, you're crazy. You worked too hard for that condo. You know, you don't want to do that. Yet in working with you, I learned that there's valid reasons to do that at certain times in your life and depending on your condition. So do you encourage the family to get involved in this process?
We encourage the immediate family.
Okay.
If they want to bring an extended family, and even their family advisors. We feel very strongly about that, because we want to make sure that everyone that's close to these reverse mortgage clients understands what they're about to get involved in, what they're about to do, and give everyone a chance to be able to ask questions. There's a lot of different things about reverse mortgages that are different from a forward mortgage. So we like to get everyone involved. I mean, this client that we're doing the refinance, our first meeting was at their attorney's office.
Right.
And we met with their attorney, we met with them, and you know, everybody got their questions answered.
Are there clients that do reverse mortgages without you know talking to the family, and then that develops into other issues as well?
Well, usually it's not that it develops into issues, it's just that sometimes, you know, and we've had clients that are very stern and tell us that, listen, I don't need to get anybody else involved. I don't care what any of my family members think. Wow. We're not interested in their opinion. This is what we're going to do. And then, you know, from our perspective, you know, that's the client's decision. We can only suggest.
Right, of course. But based on experience, I mean, you know.
That's based on experience.
Yeah,
I mean, so it depends on each individual case.
Right. I know for a long time with my mom, I kind of refused to even to talk about the subject with her. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. But I was coming without knowledge, you know, without making really an evaluated, informed decision. Mm-hmm. I was just reacting to stuff I'd heard in the media about reverse mortgages, and they're bad, and they're this, and take advantage of all that stuff. But that's not the case.
You know, unfortunately, there has been certain situations over the years where people have been taken advantage of, and it gives the industry a bad name.
Sure.
you know, we try to do the right thing every time we meet with clients, whether it's a reverse mortgage or another type of mortgage.
Right.
And obviously, we've been here for 17 years now at the same location, and you know, I mean, we've never had an issue. So.
Right. Folks, for those of you who don't know, Mario's Home News is a site to go to, marioshomenews.com. For those of you that are frequent watchers and frequent viewers, you know that all the video collections and all the live stream sessions, plus testimonials, plus commercials. I mean, this guy has testimonials like you wouldn't believe. marioshomenews.com, there's a tab there under video gallery, and you'll definitely get a good feel. Like if you know this guy, and the next time you see him at Publix, you can say, hey, I saw you on video. You're the video guy. You're the one-stop shop.
You know, our concept is, instead of me telling you how great we are, I'd rather have our clients tell you. You know, I mean, our clients speak for us. I rather just do the work successfully, and let our clients tell you how they feel about our service.
And that's the best form to be able to promote your business or service is to go forward with that. We have another question here. When is the reverse mortgage payment due?
So the payment is due either at death, or if the borrower has to move out to an assisted living facility for an extended period of time or forever. That's when it's due. And at that point, you know, the heirs can either sell the home or refinance the reverse mortgage if their intention is to keep the home for themselves within the family. So it's due either at death of, if it's two people, the second person, or if they're going to move out of the home permanently.
Okay, so if it's like a husband and wife, if one of the spouses passes, the other spouse can still remain in the house.
Remains there. The lender gets notified of the passing of one of the two, and then the other person can continue to live there until they pass or decide to move out.
Excellent information, man. Excellent information to be able to shine a light into this topic. Very important topic, very popular topic, but very confusing one. And people don't really realize. We have another question. What is an enhanced life estate deed? That sounds complicated.
An enhanced life estate deed is a very important document for those families that don't have a trust or a will or estate or extended enhanced estate planning documents. We highly recommend that as a minimum they have what is called an enhanced life estate deed, also known as a ladybird deed. What this deed does, it's usually prepared by either an attorney or a title company, and it names the heirs of the reverse mortgage client. And anybody can have an enhanced life estate deed. You don't have to have a reverse mortgage. So it names the heirs so that in the event that the person or persons pass away, the heirs don't have to go through a probate process to transfer the property from the parents to them.
It's all in advance. All done in advance.
It's all done in advance, and with the death certificates and the enhanced life estate deed document, they can go down to the county and they can have the property transferred over to them so that they could either sell or refinance the property. So it takes away a lot of headaches, especially if the heirs don't have, $6,000 to $8,000 sitting around to go to probate. This particular document can alleviate that.
So it can make life much easier.
Yes.
Much easier.
And we recommend it to all our clients. We recommend that they start with at least this and eventually get a consultation with an estate planning attorney to see which other documents. There's a lot of documents, and in the state of Florida, passing a home over to heirs, the laws are very strict. So you better have the right documents in place before you pass away. Yes.
A lot of valuable information. Obviously, you're very experienced in this area of the mortgage industry. If somebody's out there watching and they want to learn more information, how much do you charge to help them and give them advice?
We don't charge for our consultations. We basically get paid when we either close a loan or we sell a home or in the purchase of a home. We get paid when the transaction is completed. we give people free consultations, but once we start the process, we expect them to finish the process.
Of course, of course, of course.
We haven't had a lot of situations where people have walked away after we've invested a lot of time in them, but it has happened. Not happy about that, but people are people, and it does happen. But the majority, I would say 98 to 99% of the people that we've consulted for free start and finish the process with us. And at the end, the lender pays Strachan Tanner Mortgage, and the seller or buying real estate company, the person that's selling the home or wherever the real estate transaction is taking place, the real estate company that we represent, RE/MAX, gets paid the commission.
So somebody that's thinking of a reverse mortgage now, and they ask some questions about can you use reverse mortgage to purchase a home. Once you facilitate that for them and help them with the reverse mortgage, they don't have to go anywhere else. Because on the other side of your business, because you're the one-stop shop, you could also help them find that ideal property as well.
Yes, we can. We're going to help them find the property, and whether they're using a reverse mortgage or a regular conventional FHA,
Right.
whatever type of loan they want to use to finance that property, we can help them.
That's very convenient. In today's world, when everybody's in a hurry, we all have so much on our plate. To have to work with somebody on the mortgage side and then have to work with a realtor, and it just gets kind of confusing.
Yeah, and right now, one of the things that's happening in the Florida market, especially here in South Florida, with this cold weather, this time of the year, a lot of people that live in the Northeast and the Midwest start finally making the decision to move down here.
No more ice.
And they're like, we're done with this.
We've had it.
So there's a lot of people that come down. They need to learn about the different areas, the housing, the mortgages that are available. So from our perspective, we become a resource for people moving into the state.
Absolutely. So if you guys are watching from anywhere out of Florida, pay attention and go ahead and contact Mario. He'll definitely help you guide and navigate the waters of the reverse mortgage process. And of course, if you're here in South Florida and you have some snowbirds out there that they told you, yeah, basta, yeah, no more. That they've had it. Well, share this video with them, because this will help them say, you know what? I don't have to move down there and be lost. I have somebody that helps me to navigate this financial area, this financial waters.
Right.
So good information, man. I learn every time we do a live broadcast with you. When I called you back in the day, the Mando Quintero, I was on point. Your experience in the industry, your professionalism, and you, the icing on the cake, your reviews, your happy client testimonial video reviews are really amazing. Home run. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, head over to marioshomenews.com and check it out. Really impressed, and once you do your research and you try and understand who Mario Quintero is, you will not hesitate to pick up the phone and give him a call. By the way, what's the number that they can get a hold of you at? Because I know he's on his phone all day.
So there's two numbers. If you want to reach us here in the office, it's 305-598-1600. Or if you want to reach me on my phone, it's 305-588-0451.
And he does answer his phone all the time.
That's surgically attached to the ear.
So it's been a difficult week, but Friday's here, and what is it we're going to talk about next Thursday? We want to keep him in suspense?
No, next week is going to be interesting, because next week I'm actually taking Claudia and Laura to a 3-day, 27-hour seminar.
Fun.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I finally convinced them to join me, and the seminar is going to be very interesting, because we're going to learn approximately 26 different ways to locate distressed properties.
Wow. Sounds interesting.
That our clients will be privy to, because these are properties that are distressed in one way or the other. They will sell for below market value. They won't be on the MLS where all the realtors can see them.
Really?
And so we're going to spend 27 hours learning the analysis. A lot of math. and a lot of different search options, and we're going to learn that next week.
My favorite subject, math. Not.
So Thursday, we'll talk a little bit about that.
So I see a live stream investor video in the works.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens.
People that have some money and they want to invest and change their life around there.
Well, it's kind of for investors. It'll be people that are looking for that house that they want to buy and flip.
Nice.
You know, there's a lot of different things that we're going to be bringing into the business now as a new niche moving forward. We're always trying to
innovate.
You're
always innovating
and re-engineering our product services, and this is going to be a big product service that I've been wanting to do
Nice.
for several years now.
Nice.
And now I finally found the tool that will help us get there and help our customers, because we do have a lot of people that have cash that want to buy homes to invest in.
Right. Well, you know the old saying, right? If you stand still, you get left behind.
Yeah.
You also have to innovate and move forward and get into different markets.
Yeah.
Because it's tough out there, you know. It's tough out there with the industry and the market and everything else, and the amount of realtors out there. I mean, it's a challenge. It's not an easy thing.
Well, this particular segment or niche in the market is basically, what do I say, recession-proof, economy-proof. It's really a specialized niche that we understand from both the financing and the real estate side.
Right.
So once we do an analysis, and that's the big part of this whole thing, is doing the right analysis of cost to see what it's going to cost to flip that property. So
That sounds very complicated, Mario.
interesting. No, it's very interesting.
I think I'll stay with video and the live streaming. This is cakewalk.
I'm going to stay with a lot of coffee those 3 days.
So, folks, stay tuned for next Thursday. Great information coming there from Francisco Paniagua. Great info. We were just with him at lunch. Amazing lunch, by the way.
It was a great
Amazing lunch. And welcome to your first board of directors.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Thank you for having me on.
not only a real estate professional, not only a mortgage professional, he's now a director of the Greater Kendall Business Association. This guy, I'm telling you. Awesome, folks. MariosHomeNews.com. Check it out. A lot of valuable information there, a lot of video content. And what can I say? Thank you for the love and thanks for tuning in. My name is Andy with In South Florida.
My name is Mario, and just one last thing. If you like what you heard today, feel free to share it to your friends on Facebook and other social media. You never know who you're going to be helping when they hear this information.
Absolutely.
Thank you all, and you guys have a great day.
See you guys Thursday.
Thank you.